Hello guys, Matthew here and welcome back again to the TechTeak YouTube channel. It's been a while since I had a chance to try out a new product from SteelSeries, and today I'm going to change that with taking a closer look at their latest high-end gaming mouse called Rival 700. The product box is done in very simple fashion. You can see a few pictures of the mouse itself around the box, alongside of its main technical specifications and features pointed out, most noticeable ones being support for the haptic vibration feedback and a small OLED screen on the side, but more about that a bit later on. Sliding the box out and opening it up in two halves like so, here we have a separate box with two cables and a user manual. And that's basically it for the bundle, as here we already have the mouse itself. As you can probably notice, SteelSeries Rival 700 takes the existing look of the current Rival lineup of their gaming mice and transforms it up a bit with its own details and designer cues. Back portion has this carbon-like cover which can actually be removed and replaced with other ones. SteelSeries is offering a set of two different covers to buy on their website. Speaking of the interchangeable parts, on the back you will find this rubberized Rival logo insert, which you can actually replace with a 3D print of your own. On the left and the right side of the mouse you will find rubberized areas for better grip, as well as a total of 3 side buttons on the left side, one of which is put vertically more on the front part of the mouse, and of course that OLED screen right next to it, which is basically invisible when the mouse is not connected. You can only see this glossy part of it. Coming back to the more usual parts of the mouse, on the front you will of course find your main left and right click, scroll wheel and a quick DPI toggle switch on the top. Overall, I really like its design. While the build quality is on the level for this segment, it feels really good in my hand. Turning the mouse onto the other side, you can see that we have 3 Teflon feet surrounding its optical sensor module. I said module because Rival 700 can interchange its sensor, and instead of this Pixar's PWM3360 optical sensor, you can go ahead and buy a laser one also from Pixar, the PWM9800, and just simply swap it and you're ready to go. Although it looks like it could be a wireless mouse, it really isn't, as down there you will also find a connection point for the cable on the front, of which you'll get 2, one shorter and just rubberized, while the other one is fully braided and much longer. Comfort-wise, Rival 700 fits me perfectly in my medium to large sized hand. It's a bit heavier than your regular mouse, but it still easily glides without any problems, while in combination with this optical sensor, it's precise and on point as you would expect it to be considering the brand and the model of the sensor. The left and the right click have a really great feel and feedback, while the scroll wheel is set really low and has a very distinguishable and precise scroll steps with a pretty firm middle click. The side buttons are perfectly placed, while that extra third button is a bit out of reach. You need to slide your palm and finger in order to get it, which is not that practical. Everything can of course be set in SteelSeries Engine 3 software, which is probably one of the best looking peripheral utility program on the market. You can set your acceleration and deceleration rate, angle snapping and pulling rate, macro keys, set your DPI levels, of which you have 2, while unfortunately there is no surface calibration option or lift of distance setting, but that's thankfully really low to begin with. Of course, being a high-end model of a gaming mouse, RGB lighting is imminent, and in the case of the Rival 700, we have a glowing SteelSeries logo on the back and a glowing scroll wheel on the front. Finally, coming down to the OLED screen itself, I wish to give it a little bit of more attention. Besides serving a cool purpose of being just that, a black and white OLED screen on a mouse on which you can basically put anything, JPEG or GIF file, you can even write something on your own on its small editor. Its more useful purpose is within the Game Sense feature of the SteelSeries Engine 3 software. With it you can display a bunch of different informations depending on the game, like your health level, remaining ammo, kill-death ratio in CSGO, display gold per minute or experience per minute in Dota, and so on. All in all, there's a very extensive list of possibilities and display options to choose from, and kudos to SteelSeries for that. The same can basically be done with the glowing RGB LED portions of the mouse, logo and the scroll wheel, but honestly there is no point for it since you're covering up that area with your hand, and also it's not that practical to look away from screen while gaming. Leaving that aside, I wasn't that much excited about those features as much as I was for the haptic vibration feedback feature. Just as with the screen, you can also completely adjust it to your willing and in a very specific manner, distinctive vibration patterns. For example, you can set it up so it can inform you that you did a headshot if you're running low on health or ammo, while in Dota you can, for example, set it to vibrate in a certain way when you get stunned, when you deny a creep, reach a particular level, and so on. Unfortunately, this feature has one big drawback, and that is that it only supports 3 games as of now. You will not be able to import anything either on your own. I assume that there is a lot of work surrounding it, and before all you have to have access of games API in order to do so, which is probably the biggest barrier. Bottom line, these are all very cool features to have, but are they really necessary or useful? No, not that much. The screen and the glowing LEDs do not have any greater purpose since you're not looking at the mouse at all, especially during immersed gameplay, but on the other hand, the tactile vibration alert function is and can be really useful, and I can see it being adopted anywhere from a casual user to a professional gamer. Of course, all of this needs to be put into context, and when I say that, I'm talking about its price, which starts anywhere from $80, and that's overall a high amount for a mouse, but then again, for its segment performance and features, it's still pretty reasonable. That's it guys for this time from me. Thank you once again for checking out the unboxing and review of the SteelSeries Rival 700 gaming mouse. Feel free to toss me a thumbs up if you like this video, that really helps me a lot. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions about the product, and of course, if you would like to see more content like this, you can subscribe to the Tech YouTube channel. You can just check out some of my other videos from before.